that's a big one. Jesus. Let's go, baby! All right, guys, we are in the famous San Martin Lake. We have a super high tide today. I'm gonna work the entire line of the mangrove here. I'm gonna move slowly and I'm gonna kind of just cast into the mangrove and work my way in. There's one. There's one. There's one, guys. I was trying to turn on the other GoPro, but it won't turn on. We got one. Here's one. Not sure how big it is, but oh, here's one, baby. Okay. I don't know, this camera's not turning on. It's a nice little redfish. Oof. Got a nice little redfish right here, guys, in the morning on the March Madness color. I don't know why this camera's not turning on. Oh, you know what? All right, guys, check it out. We have our first redfish of the day. A nice, healthy guy. We got him on the March Madness color. Right here. Check him out on that Ceph lure right there, baby. Right in the corner of the mouth on the Ceph jig and Ceph lure. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's take a picture of this guy real quick here. I wasn't gonna keep any fish today, but we'll go ahead and keep some. But this guy measures right at 23 inches on this fella right here. We do have our naughty stringer here, guys, for the kayak. Whew. All right, guys, and just like that, welcome back to another video with Seth Fishing. Today we are fishing San Martin Lake. We're on the back lake. Super high tide today, which is really, really good. It allows us to be able to be out here using my pedal drive with no problem. So pretty stoked about that. We got our first redfish here. We're gonna go ahead and continue working the bank here and see if we can get another one going. And I'm using the March Madness color. It almost looks like a shrimp. And that's the thing, man, about these Sawgrass high performance rods. Super sensitive. And my setup right now is a Florida 2500 on a Sawgrass. So if you guys are interested in getting yourself a setup like this, make sure you visit SWP or RGB Baitmasters. They're the two bait shops that sell my everything I use, from rods to gear to spinning reels. On these sawgrass fishing rods, you can feel everything at the end of the line. You can feel if it's structure, you can feel if something's chasing your lure, everything, you can feel it. And that's the reason why I choose these rods here. You can feel every single little bump, like when the lure's bumping the bottom, you can feel all that stuff. And that's exactly what you want when you're fishing for these redfish or snooks or trout or any kind of fish. You want to be able to feel everything at the end of the line. All right, guys, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to spray my lure with Mr. Ballyhoo's garlic oil, just like we always do. Oh, the other way. Just so we can get these fish, if in case they're a little finicky on hitting the bait, the scent is really going to amp things up. And it is high tide, so we're gonna work the banks. A lot of times these bigger reds will kind of come to the bank and they'll be fishing, eating near them or hunting near them, because a lot of the times when it's low tide, they can't reach those areas. So when it's high tide, they go up to the mangroves and they start looking for these redfish start looking for crabs, shrimp, anything that's usually hugged up against the mangroves that they can't get to on low tide. So on high tide, they'll come up to the banks and they'll start feeding on all the crustaceans they can get near the mangroves. So you always want to kind of hug the mangroves a little bit and fish them. A lot of the times, if there is a redfish being aggressive, you'll see him. You'll see his back or a little wake that he makes. Snook, small snook. Oh, I've never had a snook like this. Well, here's a little snook, guys. Not a keeper by any means, but it's another one on the March Madness color. On that V-Lock Seth jig, baby. That's why they don't shake it off. That's a little snook, though. Little baby snook. All right, guys, I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna have me a snack. Meanwhile, I'm gonna throw a fish bite just to see if we get lucky and we catch a redfish on it. Meanwhile, I snack on something because it is hot. Okay, let's have a snack while we wait for our fish. Better not splash water at me, Dick. Oh yeah. Hell yeah, baby. All right, guys, well, you know, we gave it a go. We came out to San Martin today on the kayak, and it's already gonna be 12 o'clock in the next 5 minutes. Hold this for a little bit. My drive is screeching again. But we come out here for about 3-4 hours, and we got a 23-inch red, small snook, and that's pretty much about it. Didn't really hit on anything else. I didn't go in, far into the inlet the way I wanted to. I know a subscriber of the channel was out in the inlet, and he was sending me the fish he was catching. I know he caught like a 32-inch snook and then another snook in the inlet, and he told me that the fire was, the bite was fire in the inlet, but I didn't want to go all the way in there because I knew that the tide was receding and I didn't want to be struggling on the way out. So I'm gonna go ahead and go a little bit further in, closer to the boat ramp. I'm gonna throw the lure for about 30 minutes. If we don't hook it, if we don't catch anything, then that's gonna be the end of this video. But I do appreciate everybody who's been subscribing to the channel. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And make sure you hit like on the video. Sorry guys, it's a long day. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw the lure for a little bit. I'm gonna throw some fish bite and see if we catch anything. Otherwise, it's gonna be the end of this video. Thank you again for everybody for your love and support. And thank you for everybody that's been watching the videos since day one. See you guys in the next one. Yeah, I like the Hobie. It's my first pedal drive. I've never been in the Old Town. I've always wanted to get an Old Town too. I know the Old Towns are faster because of the drive, but they're more wobbly. I don't know how to swim, so I don't like wobbly.
Really?
Yeah, like do this. Yeah. Yeah, I stand on mine too, but I feel like it's more on the water. What's up, brother?
Safe fishing?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, follow you on YouTube, bro.
Oh, appreciate you. The back lake, yeah.
Bro. Hey, it's nice to meet you, brother.
And likewise, yeah, there's always red and snook back there. I know he caught some snooks, some big snooks.
See?
I was in the oil rigs, but I was hauling ass over there, and I guess the engine heated up or something.
From where? From
Mansfield,
or
I took out from San Martin, and then I went out through the isla, the island, and we went out to the oil rigs. But about 2 miles out, I guess the engine just died, and when I turned it back on, it backfired, and he just lit on fire. Tell you what, loading the boat is a lot easier than loading the kayak. You didn't ruin the drive when you hit the oyster bed?
I think I hit the... Well, I didn't have it locked in. I usually don't lock it because I always do.
Ah, okay.
So whenever I hit it,
It just pushes it up.